Hey guys, welcome to My Brother's Ballad. I'm your boy Poe Theory. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. So let's get into it. Mehdi Hasan, who is one of my favorite journalists, especially since he's been let go from MSNBC, he has really been able to speak truth to power. But he decided to do a jubilee, which was titled One Progressive, which would be Mehdi versus 20 far right conservatives, and it was a doozy. There were a couple different far right conservatives that were, scary, not smart, but this girl takes the cake.
Claim is that immigrants overall are good for America.
Oh, no, Daniela, you beat me.
Hi, how are you?
Hello, nice to meet you,
Mehdi.
Daniela. So in regards to your claim, I just want to start by asking this. Do you care more about helping Americans or immigrants in this claim?
Immigrants are Americans. I'm an immigrant and an American.
Well, immigrants are not Americans. Americans are the people that were born here.
That's not
Okay, so we can just stop right there. I don't think that she understands that you can be an American citizen and also be an immigrant. For instance, I don't know if she's ever heard this before, but America is a nation of immigrants. Even if you were born here, 9 times out of 10, if you go back a few generations, there is probably somebody that came over here through different types of means, whether it was through Ellis Island or through the means of the slave trade, like my family.
true. Where'd you
Are you
get?
talking
What's the
about
basis of
people-
your claim for
Are you
that?
talking about people that get naturalized in the process of becoming
Yes.
American?
14th Amendment. Have you read it?
Okay, yes, I have.
Citizenship clause. It
So
says any persons born or naturalized in the United States are citizens of the United States.
I'm aware of that.
There's about 40 to 50 million naturalized
I'm
Americans
aware
in
of
this
that.
country.
Yes, but
You didn't seem aware of it because you said Americans versus immigrants.
So, but are you understanding that the process of getting all these immigrants that come in here we've been also the millions of immigrants, it's up to the millions, it's the last 20 years.
What is she saying? I'm of the strong belief that people that are racist, people that are xenophobic, people that are anti-Semitic, in any of the isms, there has to be a certain level of stupidity surrounded. Because I feel like racism and all of the isms are tools of the wealthy to keep us divided. It's best for them to have us fight amongst each other while they literally hoard 99% of the wealth in this country.
Now, and it has dramatically affected Americans here in the country, which
Positively, I would argue.
people like me and everyone around here, we cannot find homes or even get jobs within our own fields that we go to college for, that we get into debt for.
So that's the immigrants' fault that we can't find homes. This is what I'm talking about. Do you think it's the billionaires? It's crazy to me. She, instead of looking at the people that have exorbitant amounts of wealth, you rather blame the immigrants for reasons as to why you can't get a house or find a job. Have you paid attention to where ICE is rounding up these undocumented people? Trust me, it is not in corporate America. It is not it's not in the C-suite. It's not at a cool 9 to 5. It's not at a startup. It is at farms. It is at chicken farms. It is at construction sites. So she got to stop. But again, people don't realize that they are doing the bidding of the wealthy when they use these talking points.
And because more blue collar work, especially in construction, agriculture and so forth, and the hospitality industry, we cannot get jobs in those fields. So it requires
Are you looking for a
us-
job in
I
construction
am
or
not.
agriculture?
No, I went
Just
to
checking.
college.
Okay.
Many people here are in college or went to college, but we can't even find jobs in our fields. Also because of the H-1B visa program as well. But in regards to just your claim about immigrants specifically.
And again, okay, do you see how she quickly brushes past the H-1B1 visa? For those who don't know, that's the genius visa. So those are the visas that people born outside of this country or that are not from this country can essentially come here through the H-1B1 visa to work at some of our companies. So a lot of those visas are used for like Tesla and a lot of different tech companies, really any type of company. Melania, if I'm not mistaken, she was here on an H-1B1 visa as a model. But they will brush past that one very quickly because, again, that conversation will be immediately turned on its head and say, well, why are you mad at the immigrants and not mad at the companies that are hiring them? Is it the 1% or is it the workers?
We cannot even get jobs to pay for housing.
Unemployment is at a record low right now, even under Donald Trump. And I'm not a Donald Trump fan, but I would say unemployment under both Biden and Trump has been at record low levels.
Okay, is this in regards for American citizens?
Yes.
Okay.
She just asked that question, y'all. Y'all heard that right. He stated what the unemployment rates are amongst Americans in America, people that are in America. And she says, is that for Americans or immigrants? I wouldn't even know how to respond to such stupidity.
Okay. Well, I'm unaware of that statistic, but from what I see,
How are you unaware of that statistic? And you come on a show to debate Mehdi Hasan?
I'm an immigrant and an American, and I employ many American citizens,
and
both naturalized and the ones born here.
And
I employ Americans.
My parents came
Americans as defined by you.
My parents came as immigrants to become naturalized, so I'm not necessarily opposed to immigrants.
So you're the child of immigrants.
Correct. I'm a child of immigrants. I was
But
born
you don't
here.
accept that immigrants are Americans.
Not at this moment.
So your parents.
Do you hear that? Not at this moment. Again, good for me, but not good for thee. Essentially, her parents were able to come in here and be naturalized. 9 times out of 10, she's okay with that. Not only because they're her parents, but she's also okay with that because she got the skin to get in. If I weren't born here, she would have an issue with people that look like me coming into this country. It's fine for her family. And we've seen that with every single generation of immigrants in this country. Chinese Americans, the Irish Americans, the Italian Americans, each of those waves of immigrants have had to deal with xenophobia. And then as the next group is about to come in, certain subsects of those groups that have had to experience America's xenophobia, they then perpetuated onto the next group. So when she says, I didn't have the issue back then, but I have the issue now, I have a problem with it now, she is essentially saying, my parents are cool. Like, they're Americans. Yes, they came over here as immigrants, but now they're Americans. You're not an American because you're brown.
They're not Americans.
Not at this moment.
Hold
no,
on, your parents are
they're
not Americans.
citizens. They became naturalized.
You just said you can't be citizens by being naturalized.
No, I was born here, and I'm not
Yeah,
opposed
you're born
to
here, right?
naturalization. I
But
never
are your
said that I'm against
Are
naturalization.
you against naturalization?
No, I never said I was against
You
naturalization.
did. You began. Everyone was here. They can
He is dog walking her.
play it back on YouTube. You said Americans or immigrants. Are your parents Americans or immigrants?
No, my parents are United States citizens.
But they're immigrants, you said.
No, they came here as immigrants. However, but
So they
I want
are
to make the
immigrants.
claim
You
that
said,
we cannot
I came
even,
here as an immigrant. I'm
but
an immigrant.
at this point, when they came, the
I
United,
think
the
people
United
aren't
States
happy with the way
economy,
this is going for you.
the United States economy was not at.
It's better now. The American economy is better than it's been
Not
for
from
many
the-
years.
not from the
And I can say
statistics
that
I
as
see.
someone who
We
doesn't
have-
like Donald Trump.
We're
Which
giving
statistics are you
millions
seeing?
and billions of dollars
Which
to
statistics
people
are you
of
seeing?
minorities as well as
The reason the
immigrants
economy is doing badly now is
that
because Donald Trump's
we're giving
tariff
it to
policy.
loans. We cannot
Nothing
even
to do
get
with
businesses.
migrants. In fact, the
They can't even
congressional.
start businesses.
I'm an immigrant. I started a business. In
No,
fact,
I understand because the SBA
immigrants
is
are-
giving people
immigrants.
billions
I
of
didn't
loans.
take any
They're
loans
giving
from
them
SBA.
billions.
I didn't take any loans.
I'm not
from
saying you
SBA.
did, but I'm
Okay,
saying
I'm
that
saying I did.
You see the lies. The SBA is giving billions and billions of dollars to minority-owned businesses. That's such a lie. That is such a lie. So just to pull up a couple statistics, in 2023, the SBA, when it came down to percentage of total 7A loan dollars, whites were given 42.3% of the loans, Asians 19%, Hispanics and Latinos 8.5%, Black/African Americans 4.6%, American Indians 0.9%. Of course, white people got the lion's share of SBA loans.
Okay, well, I'm
that
saying I did.
statistically speaking, they're giving billions of
So
loans
should we
to
do
these people.
statistics? According to statistics, immigrants are 80% more likely to be entrepreneurs than native-born Americans.
Sure,
They're more likely
absolutely.
to start
No,
businesses
I'm aware of
and
that.
hire Americans.
No, I'm aware
right?
of that.
Immigrants
but
are
we
more
also-
likely to pay in taxes than
Yeah.
take out in benefits.
And
They're more likely to add.
She's saying, I'm aware of that. And with that empirical data, I still have these unfounded beliefs because this is what I feel.
to innovation and jobs and wages. This is what the statistics show. The Congressional Budget Office. Let me just finish my point and then let you come back in.
Okay, go
The
ahead.
Congressional Budget Office, which is bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats both use it. They have said that the immigration surge that you mentioned will lead to an extra $9 trillion of GDP over the next 10 years. That amounts to $65,000 per American household. That's $65,000 for each and every one of you holding up a red flag.
Okay, I understand.
All right,
that, but
pause. You've been.
She was bodied. So I see a lot of people online, especially people on the left, saying Mehdi should not have done this. Now, I do believe Jubilee set him up because there were a couple times in this full clip, he was like, wait, are these conservatives or are these fascists or like Nazis? Like, what's happening here? These aren't just the normal far right folks. Some of these people were pretty unhinged. And so I can agree from that standpoint because there are just certain, to borrow a word from someone I can't stand, there are certain deplorables that I just will not give any time of day to. She wasn't one of them, but, and there will be other videos that I will put on so you guys can see who I'm talking about. But I think videos like these are so important because it really goes to show that, like, on the other side, what we are dealing with, like how easy it is for these people to fall into like these rabbit holes and believe things that aren't true, even with empirical data. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'm your boy Po Theory. Peace.